Hello students, welcome to the new lecture session. Myself Shankho Ghosh, Assistant Professor of Automobile Engineering Department at Dr. Sudhir Chandra Sood Degree Engineering College under the JIS group. Today we will discuss a new topic, that is 42 volt system. This is taken from the module number 7 from the subject of modern vehicle technology, which is the 7th semester automobile students subjects, and the subject code is AUE 704B. Before starting today's class, we need to know the objective of this class. The objective of this class to understand the 42 volt system and the difference between the conventional 14 volt system, its uses, its benefits and its needed, and the challenges those are faces researcher during the adoption of this 42 volt system, and the outcomes from the subject should be student easily understand about the 42 volt system, and they can easily different in between the conventional 14 volt system and the 42 volt system. The challenges, what are the challenges faces during the 42 volt system adaptation needed, why it is required, then its useful and its various components. So students, now ready to discuss about the 42 volt system. So students, let's start today's class on 42 volt system. Introduction. In the almost 1 century history of the car, the electrical system were initially introduced. The electrical system were initially introduced by providing the electrical energy for lighting using either the dry cell or the lead acid battery. So students, almost 1 century history of this car, electrical system initially introduced to providing the lighting with the help of dry cell or the lead acid batteries. Up to 1912, up to the year of 1912, the electrical systems has been used. The electrical system had been used only in the ignition system other than the lights. In 1912, by the invention of the electric starter, in the year of 1912, by the invention of the electric starter, the first electric self-starter automobile, the first electric self-starter automobile was introduced, and a new era of history of automotive electrical system began. The development of the generator was coincidental with the electric starter. Therefore, the electrical system generated power not only to the crank engine, but also to supply the lighting and the ignition system. It also keep the battery charged, and it also kept the battery charged using the charging system. Prior to 1955, the automobile used 6-volt systems that had the starting problem, and their capability in meeting the needs of high power level was questionable. By the late of 1950s, by the late of the 1950s, the change from by the late of 1950s, the change from the 6 volt, the change from 6 volt to the 14 volt system with the 12 volt batteries had been made in almost all the automobile companies. Since then, electrical power requirement since then the electrical power requirement has steadily been increased has steadily been increased which is motivating the introduction of a higher system voltage which is motivating the introduction of a higher system voltage. As the continuing increase in the power level of the total electric loads, as sorry, as the continuing increasing in the power level of the total electric loads, the huge current in the current low voltage, that is the 14 volt system, leads to significant voltage drop and the power losses in the various parasitic resistance such as the inner resistance of the battery the resistances of the cables and the fuses, the resistance of the semiconductors, and the winding resistance of the motor. So students, as continuing increasing the power level of the total electric load, a huge current in the current low voltage system lead to significant the voltage drop and the power losses in the various parasitic resistance such as the inner resistance of the battery, the resistance of the cable and the fuses, the resistance of the semiconductors, and the winding resistance of the motors. For an example, if 400 ampere current is required to drive a motor, the voltage drop is all these parasites. The voltage drop in all these parasite resistance can be as high as 20.5 volt approximately. So this shows that it is impossible for a 14 volts power system to provide the 400 ampere to the motor. So it is indicated that a 14 volt system can only support up to 3.5 kilowatt electrical load. In order to provide high power to various onboard electric loads, with the high efficiency, higher system voltage are proposed. For the safety, cost, and the complexity reasons, the 42 volt system is proposed as an appropriate system voltage. Now coming to the conventional 14 volt system. The conventional electrical system in an automobile can be divided. The conventional electrical system in an automobile can be divided into the energy storage, charging, cranking, ignition, lighting, electric motor, and the instrumental instrumentation subsystems. In order for the power, in order for the power available at the sources, in order for the power available at the sources to be made available at the terminal of the loads, some organized form of distribution throughout an automobile is essential. At present, most automobiles use at present the most automobile use 14-volt DC electrical system. Here the picture shows that the conventional electrical distribution system for the automobile. This has a single voltage level. This has a single voltage level that is 14 volt DC with the load being controlled by the manual switches and the relay. Because of the point-to-point wiring, and the wiring harness is heavy and complex. So as we see in the picture, this is the IC engine. Now this IC engine is connected with the alternator or the rectifier, and this alternator is connected with this main bus which is connected with the energy storage system, that is a 12-volt battery. And here is a starter, and this is a cranking system. So, and this is a charging system. So during the starter, ignition key is connected, and with the help of starter and the engine is running, and engine is running, the charging system, the alternator and rectifier is used, and with the help of these are connected with this system. So first one is ignition system, lightning system. This really connected to the ignition system, and the main bus which is connected with the another is dashboard control, that is the manual switches and the relays. The dashboard control which have the manual switches and the various relays. These switches and the relays are held for the lighting system, electric motor, electrical load, heater and other loads. So these are the basic diagram of the conventional 12-volt batteries or the 14-volt DC electrical system. Here the present average power demand in an automobile is approximately 1.2 kilowatt. The voltage in a 14-volt system, actually varies in between the 9 volt and the 16 volt, which is depending on the alternator output current, battery age, stage of charge and the other factors. This results in overrating the loads. At nominal system voltage. There are the several other disadvantages which have been addressed in. Beside of all the disadvantages, the present 14-volt system cannot handle future electrical loads to be introduced in the more electric environment of the future car, as it will be expensive and inefficient. Now next topic is why we study this 42 volts system. The automotive engineers and the suppliers began discussing higher voltage system, discussing the higher voltage system, which is more than the 10 years ago. Then, when they first noticed, when they first noticed the difficulties associated with the thick wiring bundle, associated with the thick wiring bundle. Those problems, those problems grew, grew as they added audio, video, and the cellular components. The industry-wide, the industry-wide standard, the industry-wide standard of 42 volt was the industry-wide standard of 42 volt was selected several years ago by an automaker. Several years ago by an automaker consortium led by the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, which is known as MIT, which is at Cambridge. The consortium on advanced automotive electrical or the electronic systems and the components which operates under the auspices of MIT's laboratory, which is operates under the auspices of MIT's laboratory for electromagnetic and the electronic system, which is working to resolve the challenges surrounding the 42 volt system. According to Tom King, who is the principal research engineer and the director of this consortium, the 42 volt is 3 aerial. The 42 volt is 3 aerial, the voltage of the system now in use, which operates at 14 volts when the vehicle is running. Instead of this traditional 12 volt battery, the new system will operate with a 36 volt battery. Kim says the 42 volts in the threshold. Kim says 42 volts in the threshold. Anything higher presents safety concern because 50 volts can stop a human heart. Anything higher than the requires special safety system to prevent contact with the wiring. In addition, any voltage above the 60 needs more heavily insulated wire and connectors that would add weight. The auto industry has used the 14 volt battery technology for more than 40 years. The automakers in the US or the United States switched from 6 to 12 volt battery in the late of the 1950s, and General Motors led the charge to the 14 volt power system. General Motors charged to the 14 volt power system. It introduced the first 12 volt battery in the year of 1955. The European car companies were slower to adapt the technology, but finally made the big switch in the mid of the 1960s. Because the auto industry has used the 12 volt battery technology, for more than the 40 years, and the switch to the 42 volt system is expected to create a new challenges for the manufacturing engineers. Next is 42 volt rollout. Initially cars are expected to have a dual, that is 14 or the 42 volt system, which will help manage the cost by avoiding a simultaneous switch to all the vehicle system to the new 42 volt standard. During the gradual changeover, some components will operate at 14 volt and some at 42 volts. This could persist for a few years, given that some 14 volt components such as the lamp filaments and the more rugged and the last longer than their 42 volt counterparts. It could be the certain components such as the sensors, spark plugs, radio and the other electronic device that will always work better at 14 volt than the 42 volts. The Toyota Motors has already begun selling a 42 volt luxury sedan, but this selling is limited only in the Japan. A few European cars have 2 lead acid battery on board, so higher voltage electrical system should follow soon. About the 2 dozen vehicle with various types of 42 volt systems are in advanced design stages. US consumers will probably see the first dual 14 or 42 volts vehicle on showroom floors beginning with the 2004 model year, when the General Motors roll out its first generation 42 volt system in a hybrid gas electric pickup truck. Volume ramp up is expected to start with the volume ramp up is expected to start with the 2007 model year, particularly in large and the mid-range automobiles and light trucks, especially in SUVs, where the power-hungry features, fuel consumption and the emissions are becoming the major issue. At least one forecast places production of 42 volt vehicle at around the 3 million units by 2010. Next is challenges. Before the 42 volt systems can be adapted widely, many engineers' problems must be addressed, including the engine or the electrical system architecture and a migration strategy, which is a dual 14 or 42 volt system versus straight 42 volt system. The short-term challenges associated with the dual voltage system. The short-term challenges associated with the dual voltage system, including the more wearing, extra weight, and the added complexity. Regardless of migration path, and suppliers need time to develop new components and a part of identification system that distinguishes in between the 14 volt and the 42 volt parts. The challenges are: number one, evolution of electrical and electronic components. Number two is reliability issues. Number three is safety issues. And number four is component and the conductor arcing. So students, let's start with this, the evolution of electrical and the electronics components. While 42 volt is not far from 14 volt in physical term, while 42 volt is not far from the 14 volt in physical term, the real world issues are a phase for concern. Current 14 volt designs would not automatically work. The current 14 volt designs wouldn't automatically work at the 42 volt. Even simple fuses will not the migrate, let alone dimmer and active load controllers. The some fuse panel and the harness makers have found the common 14 volt mini and the maxi fuses do not behave properly at the 42 volt. They can fail to interrupt the excessive currents properly and causing the serious overload conditions. Also, interconnection technology have involved for optimal cost and the performance in a 14 volt environment. The present design of connectors, circuit breakers and the relay contacts may not be optimal at the 42 volt. Therefore, the manufacturer must re-evaluate the components which is suitable for the higher voltage. The test can range from the simple community test to full electrical characterization of a component's functional performance at 42 volt. Next is reliability issue. At the 42 volt and higher power level, at 42 volt and higher power level, many components such as wires and the relays experiences electrical stress that is 3 times higher than the before. With the higher stress, components tend to break down more often. Therefore, components and the module manufacturer have to perform more reliability testing such as burning and the accelerated stress test to ensure the adequate service life. Next is safety issue. Safe distribution of 42 volt power. Throughout a heavily optioned automobile also is a challenge. In the first place, the 42 volt standard was established because higher voltage create human safety issues. For example, 50 volt can stop a human heart, and anything higher than the 60 volt require more heavily insulated wire and the connector, which add weight. To prevent the fire, electrical distribution design must allow for jump starting at the higher voltage and provide protection if battery connections are reversed. Next is component and the conductor arcing. Relay, switch and the conductor arcing is another problem that must be addressed. Its potential for serious damage is greatly increased in 42 volt system. Recent research shows that the 42 volt arc energy is 50 to 100 times higher than in a 14 volt system. Such arcing can generate temperatures up to 180 degree Fahrenheit. Ignite the fuel vapor and start a fire in plastic insulation and even melt metal. Simply redesigning relays, switches and the fuses for higher voltage and using the flame retardant material is not a total solution. This component's design should suppress the arcs. The same is true for other connections, particularly those that could be opened during the replacement of fuses, batteries and the other components. The mechanical design features must ensure that the electrical terminals are correctly seated and locked. Therefore, increase the use of clips, clamp and seals may be required. After learning on the challenges, next is new manufacturing and the test requirement. The implementation of 42 volt systems. The implementation of the 42 volt systems will affect the design, manufacturing, assembly and the testing of most electrical and electronic components. The electromechanical components such as alternator, motors and the starters may require more time on field while winding machines to get the same number of ampere turns. Other components will be redesigned or replaced. In many cases, suppliers will be asked to make them lighter, more efficient and less expensive. So this probably means that the semiconductors will replace electromechanical design in some switch and the relay application. This will call for the higher power device such as trench MOSFETs in higher voltage packages. While basic design of existing assembly and the test equipment should be adequate for 42-volt system, 42-volt components. The higher voltage will require some modification. For instance, additional production testing may be required to verify arc suppression and EMI or the EMC compliances. To design the new 42-volt components properly, car makers and their suppliers must understand the critical engineering and the performance issues. As a result, there will be increased R&D activity involving the electrical characterization of devices and their designs. Typically, the entails electrical measurements under the various load conditions, insulation resistance and the high pot testing, and the very low resistance measurement of relay, contacts and the connectors terminals. There are the two types of measurement. One is simplifying and speeding up the measurement. Second is Ethernet based measurement. So first one is, as I told, the first one is the simplifying and the speeding up measurements. Many 42-volt tests will require only common instruments such as load bank, high current power supply and the DMMS. The most specialized tests of conductors and the insulator require instruments of design specifically for the measurement extremes involved in low resistance, higher resistance and the low current testing. Complex devices such as the DC to DC converters, inverters, airbag igniter systems and the other electronic controllers require more extensive testing and the multifaceted test systems. Many of these devices contain a large number of conductor pathways, have many sensor input, temperature, vibration, humidity, etc. and require the multiple measurements show signal switching systems are valuable test tool. The matrix switches support the fully automatic testing, reduce the number of instruments required, and simplify the test procedure and reduce the test time. In such a test time, the measuring instruments, signal switching, and the other critical components should be selected for ease of the integration and the optimum overall performance. Better still, use of a fully integrated data logging and switch system eliminates the need to integrate many of the test system components. So students, this is the first class on 42-volt system, and the next class we will discuss the second part of this components. There are various types of benefits, then its components, etc. So students, students still then stay at home and stay safe. Thank you so much class. Thank you so much.